Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Kryptocraft with your host, Nighthawk. We are here in our bee genetics lab and doing a little bit of work with the bees. Currently, I'm working on applying some cave dwelling to a refined princess and drone. These are a couple of the production bees that are from the apiaries right outside here. And I'm basically just getting them ready to go into alvearies in our new bee hall. So once they're ready, we'll take them outside and get them going. And there's a new addition I have in here that's kind of a temporary thing. I've got a turtle and a disk drive here. I need to actually go get the other turtle and copy the updates that I just made to its program. But what I've been doing is working on expanding the automatic processing capabilities for our bee products. I moved the output chest from this front side here over to the side so that we have an easier piping output path here. And what are we processing? Rocky. And basically, when I logged in this evening, I found that I had a bit of a problem. Number one, my output chest was completely full, and it was a lot of wood pulp that was filling it up. I took that over and put it in the compressor and turned it into these wood plates, which we'll be able to use in our scented paneling recipe here. You can see I've also got a large amount of additional scented paneling now, and a lot of alveary blocks. So we've actually got enough to put another alveary into production now. Now what I've got over here is I'm taking the dusts and other products that are basically the small compressible outputs and sending them over to these chests over here. And all of the products that everything else basically just gets dumped into this chest. And then I've got a test rack here that goes over to the factory storage that I'm sending the propolis and sticky resin to. Sticky resin mainly just because, I see Whip. Mostly because, I was getting a ton of it and it was filling up this chest. Wonder what Whip is up to out there in the dark. We should go sneak up on him. Let's see if we can catch him, figure out what he's doing. Haha, we have found him. Let's save him from this nasty little guy here. Oh, he's got more friends. So yeah, we were basically filling up our chests and not having much to show for it, and as a result probably losing some of the materials. Where did that entrance go? I lost the doorway. So what I've got going on here is the dust and wood pulp are all coming over to these chests. Wood pulp goes into this chest on the left, and I haven't hooked up the compression to it yet. Ooh. What are we... He's throwing... Ooh, ruby. Some nice ruby drones. We'll have to stick those into our machine to collect some stuff from them here shortly. Trying to get a species serum out of them. So I have and then all of the dusts for like iron and copper will go into this chest on the right. And then what I've done here is I've got a program that runs on this turtle that pulls all of the items out of this chest, and whenever it has groups of 4, it will put those items down into this packager. I thought I just heard him go through a portal, but maybe I'm just hearing things. So I'll take them and put them into this packager, and then from the packager it gets pulled out into this chest. So just to demonstrate, I've got some of the iron dust here. If we put this... Oh, it happened to be time for the program to run just now. So you can see it's dumping all of the dust into the packager, and then it just goes through and checks everything and puts it back into the extra back into this chest here, so that we don't have any leftovers stay in the chest and not in the turtle. And now if we look in here, we've got 11 stacks of iron dust, or 11 iron dust, not stacks, but so that's working really nice. The next stage from this will be to take and sort out any metals that need to be smelted into ingots and process those appropriately, and then send them into the factory storage. I think is going to be the end goal there. We may actually send them to the factory to be processed into ingots of some nature. Now, if we look at this, look at the startup script on here, show you what this does. Basically, it is going to, these first couple lines are kind of what, some control variables to define how this functions. So it's going to take, will end up sleeping for 2 minutes between cycles, and it will compress, in this case, groups of 4, which is what we need for to turn the tiny dust into regular dust. And it also has a variable in this main while loop that says if it found an item or not. And actually, I may need to, did I reset that? I need to make one more change to this really quick to change that back to false. And then what it will do is it will grab as much as it can from the adjacent chest, and it checks to see if there are groups of 4. The conditions kind of go off the side here, but it basically looks at each slot and says, is there more than the minimum to compress? If there is, then it says that it found one, and the reason it does that is so that it can't accidentally try to shove 2 different types of items into the packager at the same time. It's more important for some of the other methods of processing these groups, like the compressor, that take a little bit more time to actually function. The packager is pretty fast, but it may still, the turtle might still push items into it faster than it can process them. So, and then while it has enough, it just keeps pushing those groups into the packager. Then once it finishes doing that, it takes all of the items and puts them back into the source chest, and then it just goes to sleep. Now we're actually going to pick this turtle up and take him back to the B lab over here, so we can copy that program over to the disk so that we can get those changes that we just made onto the other turtle, which will be used to drive the compressor. So let's copy startup to disk compressor. Okay, fine. Delete. There. And now let's take... Whoa! A little bit overexcited there. And now none of the items are in the right place. There we go. Okay, now let's take this turtle. This is our sort packages turtle. It needs to be on our hotbar. Now this is the part that's really important. The turtle has to be facing the source chest. If he's facing any other direction, then he's going to be trying to grab from thin air, and it just won't work at all. But as long as he is facing the source chest, then he will happily grab items, and this should turn into 12 here in just a minute, I think, as long as it did what it's supposed to. Okay, why did it put the 4 back? Let's take a look here real quick. Yeah, that's right. Reboot. Did you... Okay, this is... Oh, that's because I'm looking for greater, not equal. So I'll have a couple more little tweaks to that program to make it work entirely right, but the general idea is there, and the general idea works. It just needs a couple of tweaks. Now the next thing that we need is we need a excuse me, let me jump up here so I can point. We need to get a compressor for this spot here. We need to move these chests out of the way, maybe just move them to the side of the room for now. But we need to get a compressor to compress the wood pulp into these wood plates, and probably stick them into another output chest over here. Might just route them into the same chest just for ease of use. But that's our next goal here. So let us take a look at compressors. Now, singularity compressor would be nice. I might even have all the parts to make one of these as is. Let us take a quick trip over to our factory here. Oh, and let's take a look at our fuel. Are we getting any fuel? We have a small amount of fuel starting to build up. It's like the supply rates dropped off. It looks like about 3 buckets of biofuel right now. But yeah, it's like all of the return rates dropped off to nothing on me. I don't know what happened. Because I was running a very big excess in fuel, but now I'm just getting nothing. So we did actually go over to the factory to work on making our compressor, but I decided since we came back to look and see if that bee was done. Okay, let's make a compressor. In fact, let's grab... Oh, I got obsidian. Get stuck on the wire coming up from the basement. I hear chickens. I don't see chickens, but I heard them. Okay, so let us make a machine block to start. In fact, let's make 2, because we are going to turn one of these into an advanced machine block, hopefully. Let's see if we have any circuits already made. We need 2 of those. Do we have carbon plates in here? I am not seeing carbon plates. We have a couple of carbon fiber. And we've got some... I'm just leaving items in random places right now. Let us go and go like... so. And we'll get these stuck into the compressor. Okay, why is there a baby chicken there? Okay, so there is our carbon plates. Now, the reason why I want to do this with a singularity compressor is that will keep it... It will make it run faster, so there will be less risk of ending up with items overlapping. What I'm looking for is to see if we have any circuits already made. I bet they got stuck into the sorting system at some point, because I know I had some extras. Really need to get the steam up and running again. let's see. They should be in one of these chests. If we have any. I might actually have them over at the bee workshop. Let us see what else we need. We just need some stone and some obsidian. Let's see if we have any smooth stone. Is this smooth stone? Yes. There we go. And now let's go back over to the bee lab and see if we have some circuits over here. So the next time that this runs, it should take that iron and put it into the packager. Where are you, circuits? Apparently, I do not have any circuits right now. Okay, so, unless I have some in here. No, of course not. So, let's take a look at circuits really quick. I always forget what the best combination is here. I think electrum and aluminum is the easiest. And that will give us one extra circuit as a result. So we'll come back. Oh, I didn't check this chest. I know I saw copper cables in the box upstairs. At least I'm pretty sure that's where I saw it. This chest here. No, this one. Okay, maybe I didn't see it up here. Ah, there we are. And that's nickel, silver. And now we just need some aluminum. Aluminum. I know I made a whole bunch of that. So let's go ahead and stick this here. And we'll grab 18 circuits just because that seems like a good idea at the time. Okay, we need a machine block and some stone. Need a compressor and an advanced machine block. Gives us a singularity compressor. Now, I am going to borrow from downstairs here. Come on, give me. Where'd you go? There it is. Grab one of these geothermal generators. And the only other thing I need right now, did this ever start charging? Nope. My charge stations are broken for some reason. I need to figure out what's going on with those. The only thing I need now is a liquid tesseract to, look, carbon plates, to take lava from the main lava tanks. How are these doing? That's empty. This one apparently filled up. Cool. Yeah, I'm having a bit of a power issue right now due to the due to the steam generators being offline. So the last thing I need to do is make a liquid tesseract to take lava back here. But we can set up the... I'll set the actual power up later what we'll do is we will stick a compressor. We're going to put it this way, because that way we should be able to draw off of this side nice and easy. And we are going to go in here, and we're going to delete startup, copy disk compressor to startup, and let's edit the startup script a little bit here. First of all, because this is compressing and it takes 8 of the item to compress it, we need to change that to 8. We're going to change this to be a little bit more descriptive of what we're doing on this particular turtle. And the other thing we are going to do is add an equal sign to both of these if statements. And that should be all we need to do. Now if we take that turtle and a chunk of the wall with us, let's stick him there. Let's just put this other turtle in this chest for the time being. This will at least give the idea of how this will end up working. So we'll put him right here. You can see he grabbed up all of the wood pulp and put all but 5 of it into the singularity compressor. You can see it's in the top left here. Oh, there's one other thing that I want to do here. Let's go edit startup. Redstone. Now, I'll have to actually look that up because I don't remember how that goes. Basically, what I want the turtle to do is emit redstone so that the singularity compressor is always kept turned on. That way it will always be running and always have the maximum speed. Now the other thing we need to do, well, let's see, we can, well, that's not exactly what I had in mind, but that will do for the time being. We're going to put an AutoCake gate here, and whenever there is no redstone, it's just going to pump items out, and it should just pump from this slot here. So that will automatically take all of the items out as they get finished and put them into this chest. So that's the general idea here, and we just need to do that one last little change on this turtle script by changing this to greater than or equal to on both of these lines, and give him a reboot by hitting Control R and let him go. So there we go. We now have some additional, more advanced processing of our outputs. And let's, as one last thing before we wrap up here, let us check on our bee friends. Looks like they are done. Let's take a look at their genetics and make sure that we have not missed anything else. So short lifespan, they're fast, they like rocks, 1 fertility, which is very important for our production setup. You can see he's been around for 2,000 generations. So he is, the queen, or the princess is good. And our drone is also good. Let's go ahead and get these particular bees set up here. We're going to put them in this last alveary right here. I'm planning on cutting into the mountain, cutting downwards this direction, making a hallway that goes out to this side, and a stairway that goes up here to kind of branch it off into all sorts of different directions. I'm expecting to have this hallway kind of loop around, and it might even come back and connect over here after kind of wandering through the whole hillside. We got this. These bees are doing quite well. Our iron bee is making us iron quite well. And we got our wooden queen making us wood to make those planks with. So this one should be getting to work and putting out some good stuff for us. I actually have the pulsar turned off at the moment just so I can make sure that the bee is producing the right number of offspring before we actually let it loose onto the system. If any drones end up coming into any drones that end up into the relay here actually break the entire system. So I don't want to accidentally end up with drones coming through here. So anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will probably be making the scripts that I'm using for this available somewhere as soon as I can get the time to put together a Kryptocraft website. It just takes time to actually put something that looks nice together, and I haven't had the time to do so. But I do plan on sharing those scripts once I have a good place to do so. And anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!